and welcome to another session of tissue. Yes guys, we were discussing about your permanent tissues. Yes, we were discussing about the complex permanent tissues, and I have told you that there are two types of complex permanent tissue, xylem and phloem. Yes, do you all remember what we discussed in the last class? Yes, exactly, we discussed about xylem. Yes, what is the main function of this xylem and phloem? Conduction, transportation. Yes, in our last video we discussed how transportation of water and minerals is carried out by the complex permanent tissue called xylem. So today we will be discussing about the another complex permanent tissue, that is phloem. Yes, how phloem helps in the conduction process, and that's why we call xylem and phloem as conducting tissue, isn't it? We discussed it. Xylem and phloem togetherly called as your vascular tissue or conducting tissue, and xylem transports your water and minerals, and phloem transports the sugar. Phloem transports the food material, and the main function of phloem is nothing else than transportation of the prepared food, the transportation of the sugar from the leaves to the different parts of the plant. So without further delay, let's get inside the phloem of complex tissues. Yes guys, phloem. In xylem also, yes, in xylem we read that, yes, xylem is made up of 4 different kind of cells. Yes, and that's why we named it as complex permanent tissue. Why we named it as complex permanent tissue? Yes, because it is made up of different kinds of cells, and so we call it as a complex permanent tissues. Yes, xylem was made up of 4 different types of cells. Here also, your phloem is also made up of 4 different types of cells. Yes guys, phloem is also made up of 4 different types of cells. I will just recall you what are the cells which makes the xylem tissue. Do you remember it? Yes, it's tracheids, it's vessel, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. In the same manner, phloem is also made up of 4 types of cells. Yes guys, your phloem is also made up of 4 different kinds of cells. Complex, 4 different kinds of cells. So what is the first type of cell? Sieve tubes. Yes, sieve tube. The second one is companion cells. Third one, phloem parenchyma, and the last one, phloem sclerenchyma. Yes, what are the 4 different types of cells which makes the phloem tissue? Yes, it is your sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem sclerenchyma. Yes, what are the 4 types of cells which makes the phloem? What are the 4 different types of cells which forms the phloem? Are sieve tubes. Remember, first one, sieve tubes. Second one, companion cells. Third one, phloem parenchyma. And fourth one is your phloem sclerenchyma. Yes, what are the 4 different types of phloem? What are the 4 different types of phloem? The 4 different types of cells which makes the phloem tissue are sieve tubes. First one, remember, sieve tubes. First one, sieve tubes. Second one, companion cells. Third one, phloem parenchyma, and the fourth one is your phloem sclerenchyma. These 4 cells forms a group and forms a tissue called phloem. And what is the main function of the phloem tissue, guys? Yes, it's nothing but transportation of sugar, transportation of food. Yes, so now let's discuss each type of the cells. So the first type of cell is your sieve tubes. Yes, the first one is your sieve tubes. Tubes, we know it, tube-like structure. It's a tube-like structure. Sieve. What do you mean by sieve? In your home it is present. Sieve. You strain with tea. You strain your tea. छलनी जिसे बोलते हैं. छलनी होता है ना. That chutney is called your sieve. Yes, so the first cell is your sieve tubes. Yes, the first one is your sieve tubes. And the name itself tells it's a tube-like structure. Of course, it's a tube-like structure. You please see it here. It's a tube-like structure. Which one? Sieve tubes. Yes, it's a tube-like structure. Done. Second one, thin-walled cells. And the wall of these sieve tube cells are very thin, very light. They are very thin. The sieve tube cells are very, very thin. Second point. First point, what you have to mention? That these are tube-like structure. The cells are very thin and cells are placed, yes guys, cells are placed one above the other. The cells are placed one above the other. Just see here. Here I can place another cell or not. Since it has got open end, which we discussed in the last class. Yes, in the last class we discussed about brackets, and brackets has got tapering end, but here it is not that case. Here we have not got the tapering end. Here it is open end tube-like structure. Yes, it's an open end tube-like structure. So we can place one above the other. We can place the cell one above the other because it has got an open tube-like structure. Yes guys, since it is not having a tapering end, it's a tube-like structure with an open end. Yes, this is what your open end. This is what your open end. This is what your open end. So we can place one above the other cell. One cell is placed over the above cell is placed over another cell. We can place one above the cell. Yes, got it? So here the cells are placed one above the other. The next point is end wall is porous. Come on, tell me which one are the end walls by seeing the picture. Yes, which one is the end wall? This is your end wall. Suppose this is a tube. It has got this one end wall. This is also an end wall. Yes, this is an end wall. And this is also an end wall. Yes, a tube has got two end walls and. The end wall is porous. Porous means porous. Pores are there. The end wall is porous. It has got pores over it. Pores, small pores are there. And when these end walls contains pores, listen to me very carefully. When the end walls has got pores over it, and that is called as sieve plates. When the end walls have pores on it, then it can be called as your sieve plates. Yes, remember guys, then it is called as your sieve plates. When the end wall has pores on it, yes of course, this is your open end tube. We can place one above the other. This is the end wall. And this end wall has got pores in it, and that pores are called as your sieve plate. If the end walls have pores on it, then it is called as your sieve plates. Got it? So what you have to write in sieve tubes? First thing, tube-like structure. Done? Yes, the cell wall is thin. Since it's a tube-like structure and open end, it can be placed one above the other. End walls, that open end is called end walls. That end walls has got pores. Porous is there, pores are there. And if an end wall, if an open tube is there, open end wall is there, it has got pores. Yes, if the end wall has got pores, it is called as sieve plates, and through that pores, transportation of sugar takes place. Understood? Tube-like, end walls porous, called sieve plates, and cell can be placed one above the other. Done? So now let's move on to the second type of cells which forms the phloem tissue is your companion cells. The name itself says companion. Companion cells. Yes, what is the second type of cells? Companion cells. Name itself suggests guys companion. Yes, sieve tubes and companion cells are best friend. BFF. Yeah. Sieve tubes and companion cells are your best friend forever. How? It will accompany. This companion cell is not going to do anything. It will only accompany its friend. Who is its friend? Sieve tube. Yes. So this companion cell is going to do no work at all except supporting or accompanying or giving companion to its friend, that is sieve tubes. Then definitely associated with sieve tubes. Yes. It will also participate and help the sieve tubes in conduction process. Yes. So associated with sieve tubes, and it has got thin walled cells. The cells has got, the cell wall are very thin, dear. Yes. So companion cells, nothing more to know. It's the BFF of sieve tubes, completely associated with sieve tubes, and the cells have got very thin walls, thin walled cells. Got it? We came across your sieve tubes and companion cells. Now let's move on to phloem parenchyma. Yes, phloem parenchyma, it's a living cells. It has got nucleus, cytoplasm, living cells. Phloem parenchyma, living cells. Actually, what is it? It performs two main functions. First, it stores the food. It stores the food. Phloem parenchyma stores that sugar, stores that carbohydrate, stores the starch. And second function, lateral conduction of food. This phloem parenchyma helps in lateral conduction of food. What is lateral? Means the food will move. Lateral conduction. What is lateral conduction? Okay. Here in this way. Lateral, sidewise transportation of food. Yes, this is called as your lateral conduction of food. Yes, sidewise transportation of the food is performed by phloem parenchyma. Yes, phloem parenchyma, as we have read in xylem parenchyma even, that xylem parenchyma were also made up of living cells, and here phloem parenchyma are also made up of living cells. Yes, two functions it performs. First, it stores the food, and sidewise transportation of food, sidewise lateral conduction of the food. Stores food and lateral conduction of the food, guys. Yes, clear? Now, let us move on to the last type of the cell which forms the phloem is your phloem sclerenchyma. Same as your xylem sclerenchyma. Yes, it provides mechanical strength. There also, in xylem sclerenchyma, it provides the mechanical strength. Here, phloem sclerenchyma also provides mechanical strength. Why? Because it is made up of dead cells. It provides strength. It provides rigidity. Yes, it provides mechanical strength to the plant, and the cells are very thick. Yes, so what does phloem sclerenchyma do? Since the cells are dead. The cells are dead. The cells have got very thick walls. Ultimately, it will provide mechanical strength, guys. Yes. So the main function of phloem parenchyma is that it provides mechanical strength. So here we came across the 4 different types of cells. Sieve tubes. First one. Just a small summary. Sieve tubes, tube-like structure, open ends, can be placed one above the other. The end walls has pores, that is called as sieve plates. Yes. Second one, companion cells, best friend of sieve tubes. Will accompany in whatever the sieve tubes will perform. That means transportation of sugar, transportation of food. The next one, your phloem parenchyma, guys. Yes, made up of living cells. 2 function. Remember, phloem parenchyma performs 2 function. First, to store foods, and the second one is the lateral conduction of the food. Lateral is sidewise conduction, sidewise transportation of the food. The last one, phloem sclerenchyma. Yes, of course, dead cells, thick cell wall provides mechanical strength. So with this, guys, we come to an end with the different types of plant tissues. In the coming session, we are going to start about animal tissues. So please go through the plant tissues thoroughly and let me know if any doubts are there. Until then, please be safe and stay at home. Bye.